entrepreneur. Today, we are going through our daily wisdom. And this is a period for 10, 15 minutes where we're going through some principles in your life to help you to achieve more success in your businesses, your lives, and all of that. And specifically, we are going through a series on how you can achieve a quantum leap in the areas of your life that you want to achieve a quantum leap. And a quantum leap is being able to make remarkable gains with seemingly little effort. So if that sounds like something interesting to you, then like this, share this, tag someone in this, and also feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We put this in all of our other replays there as well too. But today we're going to talk about the number one shift that you need to make to experience a quantum leap in your life. And that's kind of a big statement, isn't it? What should we go out there and shift to make 2023 any different from any other year? I'll share with you a quick story. And I don't know if you would resonate with this or not, but I'm married. And being married, I got male ego. Now, what I mean by this is, I think I got it. I think I'm a pretty cool dude. I think I'm pretty humble. I think I'm decently loving. I know I make mistakes, but I do my best to, ask for forgiveness. And I'm always very nice. I try to be, and I'm loving to my wife. But there are situations in my life that my wife will tell me something that she wants me to do. Usually it's a chore. Usually it's something that I'm supposed to do around the house or something. And she'll be like, babe, hey, can you do the laundry, for example, right? And I am so willing to do it, right? And I say, yes, I'm going to do it. And what happens many times is maybe like an hour goes by and then my wife will come back again, be like, hey, babe, did you do the laundry? I'm like, no, I didn't do it, but I will do it. And I'm really, really well intending this. And I want to do it. And an hour goes by and I kind of get distracted and stuff. And by this time, around the third time, my wife's usually really nice the first couple of times, but around the third time, she kind of turns it on a little bit, right? And she's like, babe, I asked you to do the laundry. You said that you would do the laundry, and yet you didn't do it. Why didn't you do it? And you know what I think? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I want to. I say I want to, but I don't. In relation to you and your quantum leap for 2023, I wonder how many times have we had in our lives that there's something that we seriously intended to do. You set a goal in your business and you really wanted to do it. You said you wanted to make more money and you really wanted to be able to do it. You said you make those changes in your life and you really, really mean that you want to do it, and yet we don't do it. We call this the thinking and doing gap. Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever had a gap, a disconnect between what you were thinking about doing and what you actually ended up doing. You wanted to make that change, and yet you didn't. You wanted to make that difference in your behavior, but you didn't. Right? And it's like so bothersome, isn't it, Marla? It's so annoying, isn't it? It's just like, oh my gosh, why am I not doing this? So the big key to your quantum leap in 2023 for all of ours is not knowing more, but it's in closing this gap of what we would actually do. In fact, I'd be willing to submit that you probably know almost everything that you need to know already in order to achieve the massive goals and the dreams that you have in your businesses, your lives, your finances, your family already. But what we need to do is we need to close this knowing doing gap. Well, how can we do that? The big thing that changes your behavior is if you grow in awareness and an understanding of how your mind works. You see, all of us have what we call a paradigm. All right, a paradigm is not the thoughts that you think that you want. So I want us to think about the big goals that we want to do, the big changes that we want to be able to do, right? Maybe you're in your business and you're like, I'm going to 10x my income this year. I'm going to do so much more, right? We have things that we want to do. You might have your goals down. We have things that we consciously want to be able to do. But it's not the things that we consciously say that we want to do. It's the things that we subconsciously hold to be true that we end up actually doing. It's the habits that we need to change. Right? So the way that we do this is we have to go to the root of the issue. And the root of the issue is understanding your paradigm. Your paradigm is a set of commonly held beliefs to yourself. It's the things that you actually know to be true to yourself. It's the things that you actually believe about yourself. So for sake of example, let me go back to that silly example of doing the laundry. I wanted to do the laundry right then and there, but my actual belief was, I'm not going to do things immediately. I'm going to do it when it's the most convenient for me. And because that was my belief of things, I ended up not doing the laundry right then and there. And because I didn't actually reprogram and I wasn't aware of how my thoughts actually were, what happened was unconsciously, I ended up acting on the paradigm that I would do things when it's most convenient for me, which would never happen. And because of that, even though I told my wife I'd do the laundry right now, I ended up not acting on what I told her. I ended up acting on what I believed that I would choose to be a good time to do, which actually never came. Does that make sense? So what do we need to do to change the paradigm? I want us all to think to ourselves, and this is how we close the knowing-doing gap, right? With the things that we're intending to do, the next time that we say that we're going to do something, have the mission in mind, not just to say that we're going to do it, but have the deepest intention that you're actually going to do it. This year, if you want a quantum leap in your life, don't seek for more information. Seek for more implementation. Don't seek for more information. Seek for more implementation. So the next time you learn something, don't just be satisfied in learning it or saying it or thinking it. Be satisfied when you actually do it. Reprogram this thought that education is learning. That's not true. Education is implementing. Education is doing. Change the thought that we need to know more. Change the thought that we need to hear more. And change the thought to be that I just need to do more with what it is that I hear and believe to be true. So I want you to think right now, what's something that you know you need to do today? What's something that you know that you need to do today? And I want us to actually confront this and look at that action and put to yourself and schedule it in. So I use that silly example once again and be doing the laundry. This is what I realized for myself. If I just say that I'm going to do it, it usually doesn't mean much. So this is what I do now when I get a chore from my wife. You can apply this in your business, your finances, anything that you're doing, right? If I say yes to doing something, here's a rule I've made. That if I can do it right now, then I'll just do it right now. If I can do it right now, then I'll just do it right now. But if I can't do it right now for whatever reason, maybe I'm in a meeting, maybe in the middle of something else, then I must write it down and I must schedule it during some time during that day. So I intend on doing that. So perhaps it's you in your business and you say, I need to make 10 sales calls. And maybe you can't do it right now. Then schedule it during your day where it is for sure that time that you're going to commit to that action. If you want a quantum leap in 2023, this year is not about knowing more. If you want a quantum leap in your 2023, this year is about doing more of what it is that you know to do. So be deeply intentional this year to have implementation on information. So simple rule. If you can do it now, do it now. If you can't do it now, schedule it. And be sure to hold to that word. And you know what starts to happen when you start to do this? You give it 21 days, 30 days, 90 days of continuing to reprogram this ability to not just take information and leave it in your mind, but actually implement it into action. And you schedule these and you put in these little fail safes that you do this. You know what starts to happen? You start to reprogram your paradigm that you are someone that is the type of person that does what it is that he or she says that he's going to do. And the real magic to having a quantum leap in your life is that you just continue to do the things that you intend to do. Successful people, what they're really good at is they make decisions quickly, they change them slowly. Successful people, what they're really, really good at is they're really good at just doing the things that they say that they're going to do. However big, however small that it is. And as you start to reprogram that one part about your attitude, that one part about your paradigm, that you are that type of person that when you intend to do something, you actually do it. The same idea of, let's say, doing your laundry will apply to the big goals that you have. If you want to 10x your income, you're going to start to think, well, I said it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to figure it out. You must start to reprogram, and you start to close this gap of what you think you can do and what you know that you can do and what you actually do, the thinking and doing gap. Focus on closing this year. And if you just have that one shift, it's going to make the biggest differences in your life. And you're going to be able to experience those quantum leaps. So I hope that helps. If it did, I'd love to hear comments below on what you got from that. And I hope that you're applying this into your life today. So if this was helpful, tag someone this, share this as well too onto your feeds, your walls, and subscribe to our YouTubes. We have all these replays and more. And my commitment to you is as you go along in this journey with us, every Monday through Friday, we're going to do this daily wisdom portion. My commitment is that we're going to go over principles to help all of us achieve the quantum leaps that we desire this year. So keep on tuning back in, whether live or on replay. Share this with others as well too, that you feel that this can benefit as well too. It's way more fun to be able to do this with other people, way more impactful for you as well too. But other than that, cheers to your quantum leaps for 2023. Let's do this. Let's launch this year right. And we'll talk with y'all soon. All right.